Oh no, it
Definitely
might be
crushed.
Dew.
No, it's not Mountain Dew.
I'm pretty sure it's Mountain Dew, listen.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Look at the label when he moves his
Confirm
hand.
it's Mountain Dew, please.
What? It has to be confirmed that that is Crush or Fanta. It might be
No,
Fanta.
no.
I think it's Crush. I'm pretty sure it's Crush.
It's Mountain Dew, listen. You're
It's
crazy.
Crush. Look how
Ah,
good I am.
you guys are
What?
terrible
How
with
did we
this.
get
You
over there
don't
to her
confirm
desk?
by showing the bottle.
No, that's just hers. That's a false confirmation. What I was drinking actually was a Reese's stick.
Yeah, you're drinking.
Okay, okay, nice.
And I've never heard of it before.
The correct
This is my
color.
first time ever seeing that item.
Hmm. It's rare. It's
So
a rare item, apparently.
So I get paid this week, and when I get paid, I will buy my plane ticket.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when coming out?
January 1st.
Oh, fun, fun, fun.
I know, just in time for me to go back to work. They just want to snuggle on the couch all day, play Final Fantasy Tactics.
I'm waiting for something I disagree with. It sounded like you were trying to get to me or something. I don't know. It all sounds pretty legit. Big check.
Trying to figure out. I don't know why I'm trying to make it big or equal sized. Did Trisha figure it out?
No, I
I
didn't.
don't know if that's even what she's doing.
No, I'm ready. I mean, I was trying to make it because something else.
Stream. But you have a webcam for your.
Yep, but because it's used, then I would have to turn it off for you guys, and I don't want to do that to you.
Hmm. So you're actually ready?
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
Okay.
Everyone can just deal with me being small, and they look at you guys instead. Unless I could click on myself and make me mega.
Is that how that works? That is how that works.
Yep.
That is
But-
how that works.
How do you undo that?
Just
Okay.
click on yourself again. So, you know,
Okay. Well, we will get to it then. Last time you guys busted into a sweet house in the slums of the city of Harland, ran into a crazed magic, and then saw a sweet tunnel in the basement, which you decided that you were going to check out.
yeah.
So, for the tunnel itself, it is not quite as big as you'd like as humans. It's definitely just, the size that you'd want to accommodate a dwarf. Ganryu, especially, I'm going to imagine, is probably the biggest member of the group. He's probably in this tunnel.
Man, I don't recall ever specifying his height. He might be a dwarf. You ever think of that, Murph?
Oh, he's not a dwarf.
No, we
No,
we
I meant
established
dwarf
everyone was a
has-
human.
PC term for little person.
Yes. I thought that there was a description of Ganryu being a fairly big dude.
Huge.
Probably true.
I think at least he was reasonably tall or something like that. Anyways, it's still, regardless, if you're a human, it's not a great tunnel for you. So you're crouching somewhat. The tunnel itself is just bare rock and earth. And it continues on for a little while, just kind of like darker and darker. At a certain point, though, you can see some dim light up ahead. And at that point, the tunnel opens up. It's a T intersection that you're coming up. So it goes to the right or to the left. And this part of the tunnel, as it gets into that, is a much more established tunnel. It's got the timber along the sides and roofing. Along the wall are candle-looking lights. They're not flickering. They're actually just like a steady light source. And so this is like an actual, like, real tunnel. The other one looks like it was dug out probably just randomly off to the side that you came
Is it
through.
still really tiny?
It's a little bigger now. It's like, a couple people could walk side by side now. the timber is still low enough that you probably hit your head if you don't watch it every few feet. The path to the left is actually just open, but the path to the right, there's actually a large amount of debris. It looks like kind of covering most of the path. It looks like you can kind of squeeze around it, but otherwise, you approach the intersection, just kind of walking along, and you hear a muffled voice coming from underneath the debris. Something like that. What do you do?
Hello?
Yes. Start moving the rocks. Oh, the debris. I guess. Not.
Yeah, rocks. It's basically rocks. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I watch Conroy do that.
Oh my god.
I guess I'll help out too.
Gonna start whipping the rocks on her like they were batteries, if at all
What?
possible.
I thought it was a small tunnel, like just 2x2, and you are stronger than me.
I stopped whipping the rocks at her. I'm not happy about it.
I'm trying to see who it is. Are you okay? Hello?
You still hear the voice. It sounds kind of echoey. It's hard to make out what the words are. So as you move a decent amount of this, you don't find that there's a person or anything underneath. There's actually like a hatch door on the floor, covered by the debris. And once the debris is moved, the hatch door is accessible. It is, however, kind of jammed shut, so it'll take considerable force to move.
All right, Ganryu.
Your time to shine.
Yep. Better do that.
All
Alright.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna think and see if I was just trying to think if I knew a song to inspire him. You know, like a work song that I could sing. Like, oh yo, heave. You know, to help him out.
Okay.
Maybe a Chilean folk song.
I do love Chilean folk.
yo,
Here we go.
No trick.
oh yo, heave.
All these things about fucking Ganryu that we're finding out about him.
He loves tchotchkes and Chilean folk music.
Does that work, DM?
Plug your webcam in.
Oh, are you
Ganryu.
trying to aid him in moving this?
Yeah, does that help?
No, that does not help.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought because I have bardic magic. Damage, their mind is shaking
The
clear.
power of friendship.
Yeah. The next time someone successfully assists the target with aid, they get +2 instead of +1. So wait, what if I sing and then Alan helps?
I'm not helping.
Okay, fine, whatever. Go for it, Ganryu. I tried.
Hot diggity damn though. Boxcars. So that +2, 14?
Jeez.
So all the things.
Yeah, all of them
Almost
but
all
one.
the things.
I don't care about being able to fix this rubble pile. So it doesn't take very long, nothing of value is damaged, and it doesn't make a ton of noise.
Alright, so you just like
Just obliterate
I suppose I just detach the door and it falls over like it's a cartoon.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so you just kind of tear this hatch door up. Alright. As the door is removed, there's a little ladder leading up to where you guys are standing. And a guy starts kind of climbing up out of the ladder, blinking as his eyes adjust to the light. And it is a dwarf.
What the? Whoa.
And he
Whoa.
looks at you and notices that you are not also dwarves, and kind of stops coming up the ladder and freezes. Hello?
Are you
Hi.
eating children? And puppies?
Way to bury the lead on that one.
He looks back down the tunnel. They think we're eating children. Do you remember anything from school about that? Is that a common thing for them? And from below, you just hear like a nope.
Because you're the second dwarf I've seen today, and the first one tried to kill me, and he sucked blood out of a puppy, and he had dogs chained up, and a boy chained up.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. That's something. Yeah, I know about that. We would try to fix that ourselves. We got into a bit of a situation, so.
Quite the situation you then.
I mean, it's not so bad. We have food. We have food.
Water.
What are you doing?
Well, so he finally comes up the tunnel and kind of like, stands up and helps the other dwarf come up behind him. Now there's two of them. And he, looks around a bit, kind of looks at all of you. And the one who came up first is like, well, we knew about, been doing some bad stuff. We were actually trying to find him. We tracked him to here, and there was this open door leading down into the mushroom cellar, and we thought, hey, maybe he's hiding in the mushroom cellar. So we went and checked it out, and then the door closed, and then we heard him laughing, I think, and then he was gone.
That seems about right.
And then the other one grumbles, got away.
I liked the then we heard him laughing.
So he's dead now?
Yeah, he didn't really give us a chance to question him. He just killed puppies.
I punched the shit out of him.
Do you know about puppies? Nope. It sounds terrible. I'm very sorry about that. We were hoping to get to him before he got up there. So you're down here now, though.
Well, yeah. I had to make sure there weren't more puppy killers.
I mean, you find a sub basement in a mysterious puppy killer's house. You go into the sub basement.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, I suppose. There's not much we can offer you, I suppose. We have some mushrooms. They're okay. We can show you around the tunnels a bit.
They're not even good.
They're
just offering us okay. Yeah, Garu loses a little.
We can show you around the tunnels a bit. They mostly look like this, but they go on for quite a while.
What is the purpose of these tunnels?
Oh, these are the old service tunnels for us dwarves. They're underneath most of the big settlements up there. We don't have too many dwarves in them now. So we just make sure that we try and get the crazies, And the other one just goes, yep.
How successful have you been historically? How many crazies have you gotten?
Well, we've tried to catch two.
Okay.
And one of them was that one. And the other one's really hard to get to, but we're working on that.
All right.
So you have a 0% catch rate.
Well, we have 100%.
100% murder rate.
Well, if they're crazy and hurting people and or children and puppies.
Hey, there's the potential for that. I mean, that one was a bit bold, I guess. I don't know if this other guy will try and make his way up to the surface. He's already doing plenty of damage down here. You seem to be good at this. Do you want to? Should we? What are puppies?
Little dogs, four-legged fluffy creatures that are super obedient, man's best friend.
That sounds nice. Yeah, they sound like weasels, right? Yeah.
Not super far off. I mean,
Yeah.
dog
Yeah,
is
we
basically
sounds like
a
something we
larger
would need.
weasel.
Yeah. No, we probably wouldn't eat those.
I mean, this guy clearly would.
Yeah, he's
Need a weasel too, I suppose.
we knew him for quite a while. He kind of just went off the rails, and that's probably not a saying in a world without trains. All right. Don't worry, humans. It doesn't. It's a weird dwarf thing. It's fine. Oh, and then he extends out like a fist. I think the dwarves probably have different customs. That seems like a dwarf thing. He like extends out a fist, and he's just like, Louis. And
I
he
pound the
looks
fist.
to you.
I'm Alan.
All right. So dwarf fist bumps all around.
No, Ganryu refuses the fist bump.
Ganryu is a dangerous
He's
man.
still
at this point.
disappointed that he only got offered like the B team mushrooms.
Fist bump. Yeah.
And this is Marlowe. And he just kind of nods to everyone.
I like that guy. I'll fist bump him.
Yes.
And
Rude.
God.
There's that meeting of the eyes with the other two of you to see like if that's something that you want to do. Or he just like bumps a fist and then he like looks to you like, is this okay? Do you want to? Like weird social etiquette thing.
Casual shake head, no.
Yeah. Should we? Do you want to come see? We'll show you.
Show us.
Show you around a little.
Sure. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So they start heading back down the tunnel, the other direction. One of them talking about the guy that you fought and describing him as being somebody who did some pretty nasty things to other dwarves and stuff like that too. But he just kind of goes on and on and on. And eventually the tunnel leads to where there's a ladder that goes down. And so it's to the space at least, but the ladder leads straight down for further than you can see if you try to look past them. But they both start heading down the ladder, and they just assume you're following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
they
one-
assume right.
At this point, you can't even really hear too well. He's still just sort of talking at the very, very bottom. But he's going down the rungs, and then he pops out, and as you all come to the bottom of the ladder tunnel, or like ladder tunnel that you've been in, you see a big open cavern. All of a sudden, you've got all this space. Looking behind you, the ladder itself was a large pillar, hollowed, going all the way up to the roof of the cavern. And then throughout the rest of this open space, there are many, many pillars, most of them neatly lined up. Some of them as big as this one with, the ladder in it that you came out of. And then several stone houses, a lot of them really like intricately carved, the faces of them and things like that. But no people at all. No sound. More of those sort of glowy candle lights dimly throughout the whole area. And then a variety of these houses. Some of them, basically like looks like different neighborhoods and things. Some of them are really tall houses. But overall, the whole place is pretty dark and quiet and echoey.
Are there people here?
Oh yeah. So most of the dwarves live in the Citadel, and then the other dwarf grumbles, like he says something under his breath. You're not even sure what it is, but he looks pissed off. He's like, well. He's like, easy. So some of us though don't get to live there anymore. There's agreements, or some people left on their own. It used to be that we were all spread out, and we all lived in these different neighborhoods. And this was our town. But then all of us got called to the Citadel, and now it's getting to where not all of us. So we're out here trying to make it a nice, little bit safer place. But you know, the Citadel doesn't just kick out reasonable folk like us; they kick out the loonies. And there's one living here, making the whole place unbearable. So of course, we'd like to get him out of here, but until then, no one else will live here.
I understand.
But yeah, these are all connected throughout the mainland. You know, you could, if you made this place a little bit safer, you could take a tunnel all over the place.
Oh, cool. We found an Undercity.
Yeah.
Yeah, those service tunnels up there, they used to be used for something else. And then the other one grumbles, spying.
Oh, fine.
Oh.
That's a good
We
use for
don't do
service.
that anymore.
That sounds fun though.
Like, you guys don't do it anymore, or no one does it anymore?
I mean, that's like some council stuff. Before they retreated to the Citadel, they used to keep up on what the humans were up to. And those tunnels, they go right up underneath some of those houses.
So why'd everyone get called to the Citadel exactly?
They council thought that it would be best if all the dwarves were safely in one area, is how they put it. They're a very controlling bunch, and don't like having, I think, the dwarves so close to the human settlements. So we all got called back, and it's not as pleasant a place to live as out here. I miss living out here. Well, I guess I'm here now. And then the other one just goes, duh.
I like the other one a lot.
That dude knows what's up.
So they at this point they start walking, and they go to like a pretty nearby, like dark, little, fairly small house by comparison to the rest. And they duck inside. There's not really like a door on a hinge, since it's all carved out of stone. It's just like an open doorway, and they just kind of walk in. There's a little bit in here. There's a little bit more comfortable of the setting. They've got some chairs, some things have cushions, you know, places to sit down. But it's all kind of small for human standards. But he offers you to come in, and he starts talking a bit more. It's like, yeah, they so this other guy, I don't like him very much. We don't like him ourselves. He hurt a lot of dwarves, and he goes on these crazy rants. Well, that part's not so bad, but he's got himself all fortified in one of the houses here in town, and it's kind of hard to.
Wait, he's in the town?
Yeah, he's on the other end. He's got himself set up. I don't know if there's this equivalent, but anyone in the human world ever assume the world's coming to an end and like maybe over prepare for that sort of thing?
I
Because that would be the,
It
that would be the
has
same as this
happened.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he just doesn't let anyone near him. And people who have tried to come near there, even just the houses nearby, he'll hurt them.
Well,
I mean, are you saying you want us to put this guy down?
You've already helped us, I understand, but
You say that these tunnels go all around? Like an underground system of escaping?
yeah, they go everywhere.
Like an underground railroad? Not that I would know what a railroad is.
Whatever equivalent thing in this world that you had said, I think they sort of get it. They're like, yeah, you can take from here all the way down to, and they like start spouting off these dwarf city names that don't make any sense to you. And he's like, oh well, one above that one is I don't remember, but there's one there too. Yeah.
We gotta spread songs. Is it just on this place, or is it like other places too? I mean, other cities,
Only on the
other
continent,
islands.
Uh,
On the mainland.
we're
Are
on
we
the
on the
mainland.
mainland?
Yeah, we're on the mainland.
yeah, we don't go into the ocean. That's how you get flooded.
Alright, that makes sense. Solid tunnel making.
Wow.
Just like that's how you get flooded.
Very matter of fact response, and I like that. That's how you get flooded.
So yeah, I don't think we can deal with this guy on our own. And maybe he'll leave everyone up there alone too, but I'm not so sure. You seem like you're good at this though, so I don't really know how else to, and then could use a help.
Alright.
Then, Alan, are you thinking what I'm thinking? They could help us too.
I don't think they can give us permission to use the tunnels.
Well, they could make maps or share maps, the tunnels,
They could do that.
and we could.
That would actually be more useful. I was thinking that I was gonna make my own map, and then I was like, I'd have to travel everywhere. That would be real annoying.
That's what they could do, and then we could help them, and then we could hide the escape route in songs, just like Follow the Drinking Gourd.
You've really thought this one out. Where'd you hear this? Where'd you get this plan from?
It's an old bard song.
Oh,
Legends of Heroes Past.
Uh-huh. I didn't know they were so literal.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
we could do maps and guides, and I mean, really, once this is dealt with, we're free to go wherever we want. We just don't feel like we can leave without doing something about him.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
take.
Let's go kill this guy.
Say
The
Say
dwarves
no
kind of, like,
more.
smile, and they pull out these. They're sweet, like they got stone hammers, two-handed hammers, and they're just like, all right, well, let's be off.
You're not going. I need you to make these maps, and you cannot die on me.
Oh, yeah, what kind of weapons does this dude have that he attacks people with?
Oh yeah, does he have weird
Am I gonna get
voodoo?
shot by a crossbow?
Traps, a lot of traps.
Oh,
Oh, I'm good
Alan,
at
Man.
traps.
you can find the traps.
That's all you.
I'm gonna walk
I'm good at
behind
traps.
Alan.
Finding the traps is not the issue.
I
You'll
can,
see.
see if the
I'll at least show you the way.
Oh dear.
Finding them is not the issue. Has me all kinds of nervous.
Yeah. God, I'm
Alright.
scared.
So they both accompany you towards the just general direction of where you're heading.
Wile E. Coyote TNT box. Wile E. Coyote TNT box. Come on.
So as you're walking, at a certain point, as you're kind of just going through the city, you know, gosh, what is he talking about? He's probably talking about like other animals that he thinks are like a dog, and just kind of testing the water on that to see if he can get a good idea.
Wolves?
Shrugs. And then you hear like really rapid, it's almost like footsteps, but they're smaller and really, really fast. They're like, I don't know if that comes through the mic.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So like it's a lot of them. It sounds like a stampede of tiny feet.
Oh god, what is that?
And they stop
Stampede
and
of
they
weasels.
hold up their hammers and they're like, "Oh, it's not a dwarf, no." And then they start looking around. This might be bad.
What?
What is this?
Crawling down from one of the walls of the houses that you're walking in between through the streets of this this deserted town, there are scorpions. But these
Oh.
scorpions are about the size of a dog. The apt comparison for the moment.
Oh, okay,
Um,
nice.
They're like big old dog-sized scorpions.
How many?
Well, first let's point out that this is about the size of a dog. To the
That's
dwarf.
good. Good to bring up at that point.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, bigger than I thought. Dogs are big.
Dogs are big.
Yeah, so there are 9 of them. A few of them remain on like the roofs of the adjacent buildings, and a couple of them sort of come down and try and surround you as a group.
Did you say 4?
9.
9?
9.
I'm a bad listener.
Yeah, you
I
were.
mean, if only I had drawn the number for you, you could have mistaken those,
Yeah.
because they're similar
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. All
Okay.
right. I'm gonna get my sword out. My rapier. Ha ha!
Ready.
Well,
And with a flourish. I draw it with a flourish. Because I'm a bard.
casual leather gloves off. Time to start punching.
Boom, boom. You just like throw them on the ground.
Well, you know, they're leather gloves. I have to peel them off.
Oh.
I pull out my dagger.
All right, so Louis kind of just like
Do
swings
you
his
hold your
hammer out in
dagger
front
like
of him,
the...
just to kind of keep him at bay on his side, but doesn't quite go all out for an attack or anything. What do you do?
Where are we
Find the
standing?
closest one, punch it in the face.
All right, let's see an attack.
Alrighty.
Do you have armor, Alan?
I have 1.
That's
Okay.
7 plus
I do
2,
too. Remember when I
9.
didn't?
9 hack and slash, so you'll do damage and take damage. Roll your damage die.
Alrighty.
Do you do more damage than me, Alan?
I don't think so. I do a D8.
Oh, I do
Oh wow, that's just 10 damage.
I do a 6.
Oh.
Wow, you just maxed it out.
Yep, just rolled a hard 10.
All right.
We're doing all my rolling in the Roll20 game. Just 'cause it's
That's
easy.
fine. Its attack attempts to do 3 damage to you, which, if I remember right, I don't think matters for you.
Nope, I have 3 armor. I just tank that shit.
So that just the tail kind of deflects off of your armor with the swing of your fist. I think you can pretty much. I think you take out like 2 of these guys.
Nice.
Um,
Explode.
I don't know if it's like a flurry of punches or if it's like a big sweeping knock one into another one, but you definitely kill 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I can do this. I'm gonna try and like are they like scorpions, a soft underbody or something, and try to foof and skewer one.
Going for a skewer. Okay.
Yeah. I got an 8.
Ooh. So you'll do damage, take damage.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your damage die.
I did 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. So you take this one out, but he also returns an attack. He can't get. You dodge his tail, and he just gets you with his claws a little bit and clips you. You take 3 damage.
I only take 2 damage because I bought armor. Remember when I bought armor, guys? You were proud of me.
Nope.
For real? I got a big lecture
going-
from you, Alan.
I'm gonna go attack the.
I remember.
Shows how much you
gonna
need to pay attention to Alan.
Attack the tail on the one that attacked Trisha.
I got that one.
Mari.
That one's
Is
dead.
it dead?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm gonna attack another one for fun.
All right. The ones from the wall start coming down too, and at this point they're all on the floor, and the dwarves like look over their shoulders, and they're like, "Oh, it's going well back there," and they just keep swinging their hammers kind of in front of them.
I'm gonna go help the dwarves out. I'm gonna go stab one in the eye. That's my goal.
A
Not one of
scorpion,
the
not a
dwarves.
dwarf.
Well, one of the scorpions, not the dwarves. I don't want to stab the dwarves in the eye. They're-
Alan, for the
They're my
very
friend.
quick turnabout.
They rolled an 8.
All of a sudden, human-dwarf relations take a huge turn for the worse.
Pull up!
All right.
Pull up, Alan!
All right. What do you got?
An 8 for
An
hack and
8.
slash.
Cool. All right. And then you're damaged.
Oh yeah. A D8 for that. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. So, as you attack this one, you're gonna get the killing blow on it, but you also have to just accept the fact that its stinger is actually gonna land on you. How do you deal with that? Do you turn away? Do you hold up an arm to block?
Block it with
Turn
your
away.
entire body.
Turn away.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So this
back.
catches you like in the back of your shoulder, kind of.
Okay.
And you feel like the sharp pinch of it piercing through your back, and then you also feel like a ting.
Hmm.
Do you hold one sword?
Yeah, I have one sword. My right
One
arm.
sword. Okay. Yeah, you take 4 damage.
4?
Don't forget to take the one away from the armor. Oh no, Alan!
Yeah.
I love the whiteboard.
It's a good character sheet.
I respect
Okay.
it as a decision.
So the attack is numbing your arm. You're going to be afflicted by the weak debuff, which is a -1 to strength rolls going forward for a bit.
Strength, so it doesn't
And
affect
you're also
me?
not really able to use effectively.
Uh-oh. Alan is hurt.
Wait.
I'm gonna go rush and try to help him.
Hold on. Weak. Which
Weak,
is
yep.
-1.
-1 strength.
And then which arm did I get hit in?
I feel if you turned away, it was probably your not dominant arm.
Okay. Left arm. That's good. My left
Yeah,
arm is
well-
useless.
We'll give you the hookup with that one. We'll say left arm. Okay, how are you? What are you doing, Mari?
I'm singing a song.
Okay.
Ancient tale of our people.
Mm.
And weaving my healing magics into it. So,
Okay. So you get 2 effects, right?
yeah. So I guess I'll do that, and he gets bonus to damage. His next
Okay.
damage, he gets 1d4. I got a 10.
Cool. So it just goes well, right?
Yep, and oh, I
No
need
downs.
an 8. I forgot. That one doesn't look like a good healing dice. I'm gonna try the other one. None of those are 8s. Yeah, pink. That'll be a good one. 3. Heal 3 damage.
Me?
Yeah.
You did it.
I am the tank.
Woohoo! I performed my art to aid somebody else. I'm getting an experience point, boys. At the end of the session, of course.
Louis turns. Oh, that's nice. It's like magic, kinda.
Not inaccurate.
I just like it's an art. And I'm just like making sure Alan's okay. While
And
glaring.
Marlon nudges him. He's just like, pay attention.
I'm
All
gonna
right, what do you do?
swing at another one.
He's going in for more. He's doing the old one-arm flailing.
Yeah, the one-arm flail.
Cool. All
Got
right,
an
so
11.
11 is
Attack
a
with
successful
slashing.
attack with no counterattack. So roll your damage.
Don't forget your plus 1d4.
That's your job.
What? I have to roll it?
Yeah, I don't have a D4. I'm gonna put that shit away. Remember, you did it last time.
He
I got
gets
6.
out exactly the dice he needs.
3.
9 damage.
Okay. So when Ganryu took out 2 scorpions, how did that look? Was it like a flurry or was it like one big attack?
Didn't he just like punch and one of them like punched into the other one and they went up against the wall and they fell down? I don't know.
That sounds like the goblin fight, so it could be.
Oh. Yeah.
Ganryu's style is not one for like a lot of quick swings. It's mostly a lot of very methodical, heavy punches.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
1 punch, 2 explosions.
Yep. In this case, Alan's going to be able to take out 2 as well. How does that look?
I jump on one head and then I jump on the other head. Stab it. Step down.
He's doing the
The Mario.
assassinate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Goomba stomping them with my dagger.
Uh,
I need to get some daggers in my feet. Or my boots.
Going full Bayonetta.
hot.
All right. There's still 3 left.
Don't make me do all the work, Ganryu.
I mean,
You gotta
yeah,
help out.
I was pausing too, but
Yeah, I'll punch the crap out of more stuff. Rolling that hack and slash. Nice, 13.
13, so it's gonna destroy, hopefully. What's the
7.
damage die gonna look like? 7?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so you're gonna kill one, and you're gonna, like, messed up. And it doesn't quite look like it's dead, but it's not attacking you at the moment.
Yeah, that was like a Ganondorf axe kick type thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Really, actually, you can just imagine Ganondorf. For literally all of Ganryu's moves, Ganondorf is the inspiration for his fighting style.
Scorpion
Super
Smash
Smash
Brothers.
Brothers.
easy
Yeah, from Super Smash
money.
Complete with spinning in circles and floating in the air when he taunts. And pulling out a
Alright.
sword I will never use.
The last one starts backing away.
Fuck no, punch it!
All right.
Ah,
Punch it.
that's Snake Eyes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So that
Oh,
means that
Mark EXP,
damage
you
will be
failed.
taken.
Mark EXP,
yeah.
you
Yeah!
Hey!
Yay, we're having fun. You failed.
failed.
Exclamation point next to the 1 XP statement.
Do I have a? I know I just have a rapier. I don't have any.
Okay.
I was gonna say just chuck a dagger at it, right? But
So the good news is that 4 damage is not too big a deal for Ganryu, I'm sure, as he'll only take 1.
uh-oh, is he poisoned though?
The bad news is he is poisoned, and he will also be affected by weakness.
Oh gosh. Dwarfs.
So that scorpion's still running amok.
Alright.
Get it.
I'll jump at it. Try and
Alright.
hit it with my dagger. Hack and slash. 7.
7. Trading blows. Ooh. Alright, what's the damage?
2.
That's
Who the
David.
fuck is that? Oh.
Snapchatting apparently.
Alright. This one is not going to be taken down by that. We'll say, like, you hack off a claw or something like that. It's going to be damaged pretty substantially. But it does 5 damage back at you.
Oh wow.
5!
So,
Puny
and
man.
then do whatever armorness that needs to happen. At this point, you're already afflicted by weak, so
Aaron!
It's not gonna make another difference.
I have to go sing at him. I need to like make up a.
Yeah, Alan's probably having a hard time standing right now.
Oh, that's okay. I'll support him.
He's a little drunk on
Ooh,
scorpion
I got a
venom.
10. Can I just heal him twice?
I think there's a different advanced move you would take for boosting your healing more,
Yeah, there is.
as opposed to the one you
2
took.
effects. Okay. So here you go. 5 damage.
Wow.
Healed.
Uh-huh.
I'm almost
Oh.
a full HP because I keep getting healed.
And then you get plus 1d4 to damage.
I'm not sure I can attack anymore.
Yeah. Did you get it though?
No.
Oh god, I'll get it. I'll get it. I rush at it with my rapier flourish after he's okay and standing, and I got a 5. Failed. I tripped. I just face
Mark
plant.
XP!
I face plant.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
they should get to Mark XP.
Yeah, I was like trying to show off and like make it really pretty, and I made myself look like a fool.
Alright. That'll be 3 damage your way.
3 damage. Oh gosh. I
Is she
can't.
weak?
I can't heal
No.
myself. No.
Fuck.
3 damage. That'd be 2 damage.
It's a claw attack from this one with its 1 remaining claw, so no venom. Just a measly 3. It's gonna continue trying to back away.
Fucking punch it!
Yeah.
I only have 2 settings, close range and long range. Does this qualify as long range? If it's medium,
Seems
I
like long
probably can't
range
cheat it.
if
Okay.
it's been engaged with the both of them for a while.
Yeah, there's a 9. I don't know how it attacks me when I'm hitting it with ranged fists, but okay.
This is the coup de grace. I'm gonna go ahead and say we'll just call that good. You can go ahead and just finish it off. It doesn't get a chance with the range advantage. I'd say that works in your favor.
Alright, 7
So,
more damage.
That one is wiped out, and that is gonna kill it. Okay, so other than the twitching almost corpse of one off to the side that you can just easily smash, you've taken care of them. The dwarves are breathing heavily. They're like, whew, a hard fight.
Hard fight.
Dwarfs,
I'm tired.
do you have an antidote? Both of my boys, they've been poisoned.
I have not.
Yes, you have gone, Ryu. I can tell.
Wait, have I?
have been poisoned.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
you have.
weakened.
Yes, you were afflicted by
Oh.
weak.
My bad. I missed that then.
Oh, that's okay. Oh yeah, I'm sure if we just and he starts like looking through his like equipment and pouches and stuff. He's like, oh, we've had a run in before. I think I had some. He's looking like all over, and then
Other guy.
reaches in. He's like, hold still, and he walks up with what appears to be like a little pokey thing. Like it looks like another stinger, just like kind of the scorpions. And he kind of like pokes it into close to where the scorpion got you. And if you don't resist or anything, he's just gonna do it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So like, you don't really even feel the poke because you've kind of been numbed by the venom already. And he approaches Ganryu to do the same.
I'll let that happen.
All right. Oh, maybe wait a couple minutes. So they just kind of like sit down on the spot and look around and like, so dogs are like furry versions of that.
Only 4 legs.
Oh,
And not poisonous.
oh.
And very
Not
loyal,
willing to give him that much.
loyal companions.
They might be poisonous.
Well,
I've never tested that one.
they can be diseased, but that's different.
Don't
We're
trust her.
disagreeing
Dogs
about
are
what
really
a dog
poisonous.
is.
I want them to know that the dogs are extremely poisonous. Well, no. I'm sorry. Clarification. Venomous.
Mm.
They are not poisonous. They are venomous. There's a
Mm.
difference.
Hmm. I don't see what. And is the rest of the group just gonna go along with this narrative?
I'm just gonna let them do whatever they want. I don't give a shit about the dogs.
I'm just-
Hell yes.
I'm disagreeing.
I'm trying to figure out still why they care so much about dogs.
It's important.
I was
I
upset.
mean, it's one of the few conversations you've gotten to have. They need to sort of find things to talk about.
They've got a limited, set of.
It's hard
Potential
to
small
relate on
talk.
a lot of things, yeah. And so after some time, you do feel better. You start to kind of get that like pins and needles feeling then in your arm, and feeling starts working its way back after some like pain, but it does come back all right. On recovering those conditions, you can remove a week from each of you.
Yay!
Hooray for voodoo!
Okay, still up to the task.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right as rain.
No, is that one of the traps? That's the question.
No, that's just
Scorpion.
another problem we have.
Oh, you have a major scorpion infestation.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
So, you evacuate a city. You figure the humane thing to do, let the animals out of the zoo. They just kind of took over. So, it's anyways, and they just keep walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And,
talk to these guys about how difficult it is to have a scorpion infestation. This is Ganryu and the dwarves have a real moment here.
I
Genryu
suppose.
is a pest killer extraordinaire.
Monster Hunter.
No, yeah, I have killed many scorpions in my life, and I know how much it sucks.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a kinship here now. I feel like I'm already brothers with these people.
You're
You're
something,
only like 3
Gonryo.
times their size.
All right. So as you get into what looks like what would have been a nice district of the town, they stop talking and they start saying, "Okay, we have to be kind of quiet from this point forward." So he's a little bit intense. And we mentioned the traps. You want to be careful for that. He's real slippery. We thought we had him once, and he got away. So, however you want to handle this, we're happy to go into. We can escaping, try and watch from here.
Well, you
up
said
to
that
you.
finding the traps isn't the problem.
No, there's
Please
lots of
expand on
traps. There's lots and lots of traps. It's a big house, but pretty much covering everything. So have
Houses
Have
are
you
made of stone
heard-
down here, right?
yes.
All right. My initial plan was just going to be to torch it.
That's a hard one to do. Okay. So, have you heard of? We're just gonna steal a name from something. Let's see here.
Bardic lore, Legends of Heroes
No.
Past.
Not a person, a thing. Have you heard of Narbles?
Spout lore.
You haven't heard of Narbles.
Oh,
Ha!
I don't even get to roll and fail?
No, these are very specifically dwarven things. There's not a
Oh,
scenario.
I would
where
have
you
had
just
to
know.
choose Bardic lore, a bestiary of creatures unusual.
That might have done it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Didn't take
okay,
that class.
so there used to be a lot more problems with those, and they made these traps from iron. You would just lay them out in the areas, and it just goes snap and it catches them. You don't want to step on those.
Like a bear trap.
What he describes to you is basically a bear trap.
Okay.
He goes into some detail about how it's got like different mechanisms and things like that. But it's a bear trap for if you can try to imagine what he's saying. There's probably other things going on too, but I don't think he's a very good fighter, really. And Marlo goes, nope.
So we just gotta get through the traps, and our narbal's the only thing we have to worry about.
Narble traps.
Narble traps. The traps were originally intended for narbles, but now they're for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Our narble traps, the only thing we have to worry about.
Yes.
Probably not.
Oh.
But that's the number one thing that kept us from going into the house before.
Can we just set him off by, like, poking him with a stick?
I don't see
It
why
sounds
not.
Sounds like a good way to make a lot of noise and him to know that we're here, though.
Okay, I'll follow really close behind Alan. Then I won't step on any traps.
Is
Right?
there any reason we couldn't board up the windows and then just start throwing like Molotov cocktails through the door? Like, we're not trying to save this house or anything, right?
No.
How
Do
attached?
you have Molotov cocktails on you, Conryu?
That's a valid point. I guess how much flammable liquid do you dwarves have?
Don't they like alcohol?
Wait. Let me look at my character sheet quick. Oh no, I used all of my adventuring gear last session. Or last time in Harlan's Harbell.
I'm gonna make the assumption that Molotov cocktails do not come as a part of adventure.
However,
You get to make
I would
them
assume
out
that
of.
flasks of oil are.
That's fair.
Oh. Does Mari maybe have flasks of oil?
I mean, again, but this also
have-
would require us to have wood to board up the windows.
Oh.
Ah well, let's just go in, try to find some traps, and punch people.
All right. So the house that they point out to you is 3 stories tall. It stands pretty far independently from other houses around it, where jumping from another building doesn't seem like it's reasonable. Really just approaching, going inside, and going up not the only way to deal with it. Apart
had a
from
really big
somehow
ladder.
setting it on fire. Or getting a big ladder.
Ganryu, you could just throw someone up there, right? You that strong? Probably not.
I feel like I could try.
Yeah, throw me up there, and then I'll just
Yeah,
I'll just get a
Test it
rope
with
for the.
Mari. Don't
Yeah.
test it with me.
For the exterior, you do see balconies outside on the building. There's one very tiny balcony up on the 3rd floor, and then below it there's a much wider balcony on
Wait.
the 2nd floor.
Wait, why would we have to throw? Couldn't we just like grappling hook up there?
Well, I'm thinking just boost you, where you walk forward, you step onto my hands, and I lift.
Oh, and then I pull myself up and then tie the rope, and then the rest of us can get up easy peasy, right?
Seems like a
Yeah.
solid strategy to me.
I have adventuring gear too, so I can use that as a rope. If I don't already have a rope on me, let me see. Yeah, I don't have a rope on me, but I have
Alright,
adventuring gear.
That's what adventuring gear is, right?
It's the catch-all.
It's a reasonable catch-all. I like adventuring gear.
Well,
Alright.
yeah, I'll
Give me a
boost
boost.
up Mari.
All right, so you're just going right up to the house.
Yep.
Well, wait. Alan, is it gonna be okay? Am I gonna get trapped?
Yeah, see, it might be best if you throw me up there so I can use trap expert.
Alright. I'll throw whoever you want me to throw, guys.
Yeah, this is probably a
Alright.
better idea. I was thinking I'd be
Get-
easiest
get me
to
up
toss,
there.
but if we can just boost Alan, that's probably safer.
I'm ready.
Alright, boost him up.
Alright,
Is it?
so you-
Do we need to roll for that? Considering that shouldn't be too tough,
Considering
right?
It seems reasonable. It seems like a hard one to mess up. We will have somewhat of a roll here for a reason, and that will be a defy danger strength for Ganryu.
Ganryu, okay, good.
How dangerous is Granny for Ganryu? Alright, so 2d6 plus 2. 12.
12 is great, so that's just fine.
Hell
He
yes.
gets up there, feet land softly on the balcony.
Alright, I'm
And-
trap experting the balcony before I do anything else.
The balcony seems completely fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna roll, but we're good now.
Nope, I'm just gonna cover that one right away. The balcony,
Alright.
there's not too much that could be a trap here. It's just a stone floor.
Alright,
Okay.
I'm next.
I'm gonna tie the rope to the.
I'm up.
Are you joining the circus?
What? And I'm climbing rope, tight rope, but the other way.
Mm-hmm. I should tell the doors to just stay down there. Make sure he doesn't escape. I told them that before I jumped up to the balcony.
I reminded them before I climbed up.
Their response to that is a fist in the air.
Mm.
Like, yep.
Dwarves.
They
yeah,
do it like synchronized, like with the same, like same up, same back down, like almost a salute, but just I think a coincidence. All right, and everyone climbs up the rope.
And then I take my rope back.
Okay,
Write down that you
is
have
that
a
an
Yeah, you
adventuring gear?
so you'll
Or do I
have one
have-
fewer adventuring gear, and you'll have one rope.
rope.
Fuck.
This is locked in as a rope now.
Ah, the rope. The rope that can't turn back into an adventuring gear. How tragic.
Stupid Dungeon World system, not transforming items in my bag.
Okay.
Put it back in the bag. It's adventuring gear again. I want
Do we want to
to
go up to the third story? We can do that, right? Throw me up to the third story?
You can try it, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Ganria.
I'm all for this.
Let's
I'm
do
for
it.
a terrible roll too, so you're gonna fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2. 10. Booyah! 5 plus 3 plus 2.
Nice. All right, and the same thing again.
Yep. I trap expert when I get up there. Do I need to roll?
Oh.
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
Oh no, there's stuff up here. 5, 7. Wait, do I add ducks? Let me check.
Didn't, maybe. Oh wait, we're both real dumb.
Yes, you do add dex.
Okay, 9. It doesn't even matter. I got a 7, so adding dex doesn't change anything.
All right, so you get 1.
Oh, that's right. Thought something bad happened. Is there a trap here, and if so, what activates it?
There is an oilish smelling trap here, and it is activated by the fact that it is flammable, but not by any visible means of fire that you can see nearby it.
Not a fan.
So your footing is a little bit iffy too. It's like pretty thick. It's just like this goopy oil stuff up there. And once you get up on the balcony, it is on your feet.
Ugh.
I don't know if we want to do this. It sounds dangerous.
Is it okay up there? Can I come?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna jump back
Yell.
down.
No, I said, is it okay up there? Can I come?
I feel like
I'm
we can
gonna-
just go for the thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah. I'm gonna,
Or he just doesn't drop the rope down.
yeah. I jump back down
I'm gonna tiptoe
into
and
Ganria's loving arms.
Hell no! That's how you're dropping. You're hitting the ground.
I like do the thing where I like hang off the balcony with my and then I drop down so my feet are closer to the other balcony.
Mm-hmm. Try
That-
and make
that's
it
what I
not
do.
such a loud landing.
No, more so I don't injure myself falling. It had nothing to do with the notes.
It's also probably important.
I'm gonna peek in the window. Is there a window? In the balcony?
There's a window probably, but I mean it's kind of similar to the other one. It's like open doors. right? Like there's not actual
Doors.
Oh.
it's
like
just a hole,
door frames or
hole in
anything.
the wall.
Yeah.
Can I hear anything or anything? Or...
Sneak into the room.
It seems quiet.
Okay, let's sneak.
And trap expert.
I am
Trap.
the opposite of a sneakist. I want
Okay.
you guys to both know this.
Trap expert for
All right.
10.
On the second floor from the balcony, looking inward, you get all three then, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Inside the room.
Okay.
Directly
So-
connected to the balcony.
You look in. I assume you're starting with, is there a trap here?
Yes.
Okay. So as you look inside the room, you see from this balcony to really far, like on the other side of the house, there's the staircase that goes up to the third floor. And then also, on the side of the room, there's a staircase that goes down to the first floor. Of this, you see things on the ground covered in blankets. Blankets, rugs, just like cloth in general.
Blanket fort?
The way that they kind of like it's just basically like somebody's thrown items on the floor and covered them, and you have no idea what's under the blankets. So
I'm going to assume
He's-
there are traps for narbles.
yeah. So Alan is able to like lift one of the blankets and kind of like looks underneath, and he can see what looks like kind of an iron contraption. He like throws the blanket back a little bit. It has like steel teeth and it looks pretty nasty. Now, these blankets extend pretty far, like basically covering, like I said, covering the floor, various things under them. Next to the trap, there's like, honestly, just like a random, it's like a rake. Like it doesn't even have a function. It's just there to be under the blanket. It looks like it's every step could be a trap or not a trap. Throw away all the blankets, and hopefully throwing the blankets doesn't trigger the traps.
What triggers the... Isn't that one of your questions?
Yes, so this one you already know, and you recognize it as what they described as an arbal trap, and it would be activated by applying pressure, whether you're stepping on it, dropping something on it. It looks designed to go off on, you know, when it's stepped on by not a very big creature. Like it wouldn't have to be a big step.
Well, if this is for dwarves, or can activate on dwarves.
With I think you get the freebie on what does the trap do when activated, because you just know. I'm gonna say you still have 2 hold.
Nice. What else is hidden here? Is it
Underneath-
just more traps?
Underneath the same blanket that you've thrown back, you see a coil of rope.
Fuck. This would have been useful earlier.
It moves like across the floor to the wall somewhere that you can't exactly see. But it looks like it's designed as a noose, so that if you were stepping through it, it could catch around your ankle. And then trying to escape would tighten it.
What do we do?
Well, can we navigate it? Is it... If we're slow and we know they're there?
Oh, I can disable traps. I have tricks of the trade.
Pick locks, pockets, or disable traps. All right. So
All right. I gotta roll.
Defy danger, probably.
No.
Or is
I
it
have
its
a
own
skill.
its own
It's a
special?
cheap skill.
Oh, okay.
otherwise, yeah, that would be how you navigate without doing that.
5, 3, 8, 10.
10. Okay, so on a 10, you do it no problem.
On a 10.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at the backstep. Okay.
So your options on this would be to, these narble traps are not attached to anything. They're just sitting up there. You could either grab the trap and kind of pull it back out onto the balcony and leave it untriggered, or you could basically use your knife to sort of trigger the trap without hurting yourself, but it's going to snap closed.
It makes a lot of noise. Can I not throw them off the balcony somewhere else?
You can throw them off the balcony, but they'll make noise down there too.
Suppose they will be hitting stone, won't they? Yeah.
Mhm.
No real way to
So,
hide
I'm gonna-
iron hitting stone.
I'm gonna apply this roll that you've made to like the first half of the room. So you're gonna be pretty successful in whichever way you choose, but you're not gonna be through the whole thing quite yet.
Can I like push them instead of pushing them onto the balcony? Can I push them to one side of the room? Like
Clear a
move
path.
them all to like the left side of the room. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Stack them all up.
So the way I imagine this looks is Alan goes in, he like lifts up blankets and like, hands them back to whichever party member is back there ready to help out and just move stuff out of his way. He goes to work, gets down on like his hands and knees and starts like things carefully. It's not too bad for noise, but he has to be pretty particular and quiet about it, so it goes a little bit slowly. The ropes, he stumbles across a few more of those as well, and then the random objects he also hands back to people behind him to stash on the balcony, able to clear a nice little path. This floor itself seems like it has rooms on the side, but the main room that you're in, once you're inside the house like you are, it's actually got a big open 2-floor situation. So you actually have going around the bottom floor, other than the staircases that go up and down. The corridors are pretty small then, so you have to focus on just going one side around this balcony. You're able to sort of find some room for some of this stuff off behind you. You're able to make the rest of it kind of like a one-person wide path around the balcony, halfway to the staircase that goes up.
So do I have to do this again?
I'd say another roll. Actually, you would probably do it the other way, so you'd go towards the staircase that goes down. So you safely get that far. There's the staircase that goes down now, and it's covered the stairs themselves, and from what you can see, the bottom floor with more traps. You can't tell what's upstairs yet.
What are the looting prospects? Like anything valuable-ish looking?
It looks like if it wasn't covered with these traps and blankets, like the place had already been looted.
Okay. Gotta have priorities.
Not much of value visible on the second floor.
Alright, roll 5, 7, 9.
9 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So on this one, you do it, but you are offered 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost. Okay, I can get some options for you for those.
Don't hurt yourself.
But you can just heal me.
Oh yeah. But you can just heal me. I take a little damage, no big deal.
Okay. I wonder if I should like elaborate on what specific options I'm giving you, or if I should just leave you the vague options of suspicion or danger or whatever it is.
I don't really understand how suspicion.
Well,
Yeah, I'm thinking like coming up with something specific and offering you those options maybe will be better then, because it is up to interpretation. Like what ends up being suspicion might not be something that you expect. So I'll elaborate then. Let me come up with something for one of the other ones.
I'm grabbing a drink for a second. Hold on. Be right back.
Don't worry. I'll continue messing with traps.
I'll
I think this
continue.
house was literally built for my character.
Yeah, where's the guys we're gonna punch? I'm just here to sing songs.
Just here so I don't get fined. Yeah, I'm going like full not
Okay.
combat on my character.
All right, so here's what we're gonna run into. Through the process of trying to find room for all these traps and deal with it and being quiet, you're going to have 2 options when you're dealing with one of these traps in particular. It's between suspicion or danger. Basically, one of these traps is going to be very hard to move without it sort of going off. The trigger on it is a lot more sensitive than the others, so just the active move risk to make it snap snapping would be loud.
Hmm.
The other option is danger, that you will maybe be able to deal with this trap before it snaps, but it might be at risk to your physical well-being.
I take danger.
Gonna go for danger and keep it quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you're moving one of these, you remove the blanket, you're going through your whole process. One of the traps starts to tremble and then begins as if it's gonna snap shut. And you're all ready for this contingency. You like have your dagger on hand and you just jam it in
Sorry
between
about
and
that.
it catches on that. You got a compromised success on the tricks of the trade. So what's going to happen is one of the traps, as he's moving it, is more sensitive. It starts to go off, and he's prepared. He throws his dagger into it, and it catches it before it makes any noise. But as it does that, the trap itself jumps up off the floor a little bit and hits the floor. And it's not too hard, but the trap next to it, he does not have a dagger ready for that one. And he tries to drop his hands down to hold the trap open, and it's going to snap most of the way shut.
Ow.
That's gonna fucking hurt.
You'll take 4 damage not mitigated by armor.
Holy shit. I got fucked up.
Is his hand okay? Does he need it opened up, or can he fix it?
He probably needs a little help.
I'm gonna go help him.
Okay.
Well,
That
I'll
was my
do the.
first
Would this be bend bars, lift gates, basically?
Yeah, that would be
Oh.
appropriate.
Okay.
Are you gonna assist with this?
Huh? No, I'm gonna sing at him. I'm gonna sing him his favorite lullaby.
Yo, don't be loud. Real quiet. Can you be real quiet while singing?
I'll get real close and whisper it in his ear.
Oh my
All right, so that's a 9.
a 9 on bend bars. Okay.
Real
quiet.
close.
I choose 2. So it
Has to
doesn't
be
make an
quiet.
inordinate amount of noise,
Okay.
and it doesn't take a very long time. So I do it quickly, so he doesn't keep getting hurt. But
Okay, yep,
it's
you-
probably very much destroyed, and it can't be fixed.
That's fair. Yep. You pry this thing open, and maybe like a screw and a bolt hit the floor. Nothing too loud. Nobody actually hears anything. The loudest thing is probably Alan muffling his himself.
His own scream, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, I imagine, is still for a moment and kind of like listens. There's no sound, so it seems okay. The rest of this, after you kind of like, wrap up your wound, get to continue on through fixing everything up. Oh, okay, so you were talking about doing a bard thing, and I feel like a situation where you're trying to be quiet might not be a moment where the healing can quite happen.
What?
I don't know. I feel like bard magic sort of requires volume. I'm going to say that if you want to use it, you can, but you're probably not going to be quite as whispery as you'd like to be about this.
I've spent so much time being quiet. Please don't be loud.
Are you sure? Can I help him in
Yes.
another way?
I am okay. I still have enough hit points.
I'm going to say there'll be probably, it doesn't seem very much like a good bard situation where you really get to deal with this while he's being sneaky.
I put a band-aid on it
Mari's gonna have
then.
to, Mari's gonna have to struggle with this desire to help Ant.
Desperate, yeah.
I put a band-aid on
Imagine
it.
like
Yeah,
exactly.
Started singing.
The two of us are like trying to pry open this trap and shut up, and we see her like doing a vocal exercise.
Alright. So,
Okay. So
We-
everything is hushed.
have we gotten to the second set of stairs that go
Yeah,
up?
so you get all the way up to the stairs then, and the stairs themselves don't have any more traps on them that match the ones that you've been dealing with. The staircase appears to be open.
Are you telling me this like roll? I need to roll
I'm telling you that there are no blankets or narble traps or ropes or garbage or anything.
I'm just rolling trap expert. We're doing it.
All right.
Cause I'm afraid that there's some motherfucking shit on there.
I mean,
7,
we just
9.
walked through basically the Tomb of Horrors. It's not an unfair.
Alright, is there a trap?
Would you get a 9?
A 9, yeah. Is there a trap? And if so, what activates it?
There's not a trap.
There's not a trap on the stairs. Boys, we're good. Let's go. Real
Alright.
stealthy like.
All
Real
right, so you come up the stairs, and across the room, you can see a figure, like silhouette, up against the wall. But his back is up on the wall, and he's facing towards you as you come up. This area has a bed that he's not laying in, and it also has like some crates. You're not sure what would be in them, but he's just kind of like, the figure is not moving up against the wall.
Should I trap expert again?
I mean, I feel like the time for that is probably past.
Yeah, I think we're.
Alright. Did we just run at him? Does Ganria just run at him while I stand back here and watch him do it?
I'll try to do sort of like a ranged sweep.
Okay.
Knock him down would be the idea.
All right.
Still be a
Ganria
hack and
rolls an
slash,
attack.
so.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's a 9.
9, so successful attack, and you would take damage back. But what's actually going to happen is the attack comes out from Ganryu. The silhouette off to the distance, it's basically demolished. It does not act like a human or a body at all. What appears to hit the ground are various things, like they look like mattress, cushions, straw, pillows, things
Oh
like that.
man, I got had.
And a head pops out from the room, off to the side, and there's like a very sort of feminine shriek, but it's clearly from a male.
I knew I should have trap experted. I don't know if
He
this
run-
counts as a trap.
It wouldn't probably count as a trap, no.
It's like discern realities or something.
Yeah, probably should have.
Something like that.
Ah.
Oh, and hey, you have the moment. You've got to seize that. All right, so this head pops out, and then it disappears, and then he runs back out with a torch, and he starts backing towards the balcony.
Ah, fuck.
Oh god.
He's just like, "Who are you? Why are you here? You need to get out of here." And then he just keeps backing towards the balcony.
Punch him, Ganryu. No one can
Alright.
survive a 3-story fall.
I'm more worried about
Wait.
that torch lighting up the ooey gooey balcony.
I mean,
Just walk away.
but he hasn't actually like threatened us yet.
Wait,
We broke into
wait,
his
what?
house.
What? Well, no, the dudes told us he was bad. What has he's done? What is they surely they explained this, right?
He's killed people, right? Or attacked people.
They had said that people had tried to move into this town that had been expelled from the Citadel, and that he just does not tolerate anyone being near him. He runs them off, he hurts them, he puts traps down in their houses.
Oh, I mean, all right. I'm willing to believe that evidence based on what we've seen. Moral crisis over.
Moral crisis over.
Let's punch this dude in the dick.
All right,
How about the
Henry going
chest so
for,
it flies further?
Fine.
Henry going for the ranged attack.
11.
Ooh, 11 is real good. Yeah, I feel like you have a couple opportunities to punch him. All right. So as he's moving towards the balcony, there's time where you can think about this. He's inside, up against the wall, or he eventually gets to where the doorway is for the balcony. You're pretty sure your forceful punch is going to send him flying back. Are you going to knock him up against the wall, or are you going to knock him out the door?
I'm going to slam him through the wall. I don't want him. I assume there's some type of escape route.
I mean, basically, all you're saying is it's a wall. You know, if you punch him early, he's gonna smack into the wall and be in the room and have taken the damage of you punching him. If you wait until he gets to the doorway, you know that the balcony itself does not have much of a railing.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
probably gonna take a 3-story
No,
fall
yeah. Then just punch him right out of there.
right out the balcony.
Right out the
All right.
balcony. Yeah.
All right, so let's see how much the actual punch damage is.
We shall.
2?
Yep. 2.
2. Okay. All right, and as we discussed, he does go flying out the window. The torch is dropped from his hand as he flies out and lands on the balcony in the way that we were all expecting. Only the balcony is covered in the scoop, though, so you're safe inside the room. But following would be
All right, we're going back downstairs to the second balcony.
Mhm.
all right.
Yep.
Take the other way out.
So you run back down, carefully sticking to the path that you've laid out. Sprint across. As you get to that second balcony, you looked out and you can see him climbing up to his position and trying to basically get his breath.
Wait, he's on the balcony?
No, he's on the ground. He's
We can see
below the
him.
house. Yeah, you can see him from the balcony.
I jump off the balcony onto him.
Heck
Alright.
yes.
With my
Um,
dagger out too. You know, I'm just gonna do the full.
Dark
Stab
Souls
him.
boss stab.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that is going to be, I think, a Defy Danger Dex followed by a Hack and Slash.
So that is a 2d6.
Plus dexterity.
That is an 8. An 8 total.
An 8 for the Defy Danger. Let me get something for that real quick here. Okay, so we get some options then for how this goes. You have one option, which is to land on him but not be able to get your dagger into him, and so he'll break your fall and prevent any falling damage, but you don't really get an attack on him apart from your body hitting him, which is an attack, but it's not going to be as much as you would do. Other option is that you will be able to get the dagger out and get the attack, and I should preface this by saying you get the Hack and Slash roll, but you're also going to be subject to taking the falling damage because you don't quite nail the landing.
I'll take the damage.
Take the damage to the attack.
Oh, Alan! Like trying to follow after him.
Okay,
Alright.
let's we'll do
Roll.
the Hack and Slash, then I'll bust out the
12.
damage.
12 for hack and
12.
slash.
So you're able to basically get the dagger right into him. He's gonna roll a little bit as you start landing on him, and you get a good attack, like smack up against the ground kind of hard, like your knee hits stone as you come down. So roll Hack and Slash damage, and you're going to just take falling damage.
I rolled an 8. How much falling damage do I take?
1, and again, this one won't be mitigated by armor, so you'll just take 1 damage.
1? That's it? Hell yeah.
Yep. It went pretty well as far as falling from a balcony goes. Okay, what's the rest of the crew up to? I think there's gonna be kind of visually for them up top. They see him land and get the attack, and they can see below. Overall, it's not gonna be a lot of actual physical harm, but it's one of those things that, like balcony, takes a second to recover from. So it's like, movie fights where there's that moment where they both kind of beat each other up and they're both kind of trying to get to their feet.
The Rocky moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ganner's just gonna start throwing fists from up there to long range.
Nah, man.
I'm jumping down.
Falcon
and
kick.
singing.
Falcon happening from the
You
balcony.
can be loud now.
Yeah, I'm jumping and singing.
You're gonna do the
What?
careful jump or
Okay, I heard dumping, and I was real confused.
oh man.
Yeah, I'm jumping down, and then I'm gonna sing to Alan. Or can I just sing from the balcony? Can I just sing from the balcony?
Yeah.
Do I need to be down there for any reason? I can
Not
wait
for
for
singing.
I can wait for the rope. If I can sing from the balcony, I'm gonna sing from the balcony. I got a 12.
Cool. 2 effects.
He's gonna get healed and he's gonna do extra damage. 5.
5 extra damage.
No, 5 healing points. I don't know how much extra damage. You want me to roll that now?
Isn't it always 1d4?
Yeah, it's always 1d4. I'll roll it when it's time. Man, dice jail's empty.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Alan feels a little better now, and he gets to his feet, as does the dwarf. Your dwarf companion, well, and they've stayed pretty far away, but as they see this all happening, they start trying to run in, and they're just like, there he is, they got him. And Marlowe's just like, stay down. Louis keeps talking.
Who's
All
Marlowe?
right, just Marlowe's the quiet dwarf.
Oh, the other guy.
Louis is the talkative one. So Louis is also running up too and gets his hammer out, and he's just like, all right, just stay there, Waldo. We don't have to do anything bad to you. And the dwarf does not listen to him and starts getting up.
Oh man, I have something for this.
Oh man, what does Al have?
All right. So on the balcony, this is happening. The link.
Oh, is there a link?
Yep. Misogi.
How do I see
Okay.
the chat? Oh.
Just click the chat thing.
That's happening.
All right.
I'm super
sounds like-
excited.
That sounds like I'm gonna say that that's also gonna be a defy danger into a hack and slash.
I mean, that seems fair. Would we say it is powering through or getting out of the way, or like which attribute do you think?
Well, it sounds like your goal is to land on him.
Well, land on him with my fist, land on my feet, like land on the ground on my feet.
Okay. I would say, yeah, if you're just trying to like take the landing yourself, then you would be enduring with Constitution.
All right, I can do that. That is a doable option. That is also +2 for me. Or +6 +2 is a 12.
12, you endured successfully and can roll hack and slash.
All right, so I did land on my feet and not look really dumb. That's good.
All right.
2. That's 11.
11 for hack
Oh
and
no,
slash.
I don't add 2. I don't add strength for that. I'm sorry. So that's 9.
For the hack and slash roll you do.
The
Your
2d6,
attack.
but not the d10.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
doing your attack roll. It's 2d6 plus 2.
Okay, yeah, I did it wrong. I just rolled the wrong dice for damage there. My bad.
Oh, okay.
So 8. Sorry.
8, and then you do get to do your damage then, but you're also going to be taking damage from an attack that he does back to you.
Oh no. The shit. You're right. Yeah. The 11 was for the hack and slash roll, not the dam. I was
Oh, okay.
my bad.
You did do an 11 for the attack roll.
Roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the damage was
8.
8. Okay.
Gotta be Akuma. Day made.
Nice. Okay, so as he was getting to his feet, he's taken back down onto the ground by Genryu's attack.
I stab him in the leg.
Alright.
That's my goal. I gotta immobilize him. That's what I do in this group.
Yeah, he's trying to like roll away, so go for a hack and slash.
Oof. 7? 5, yeah, 7.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
8
+1.
Ooh.
plus 1.
Me.
Okay. Good D4 roll.
So
Put it in dice jail.
in lieu of the attack that he would make back at you, he's actually going to wuss out on this one. He is, however, going to draw his dagger out, and you catch him in the leg. He keeps rolling away from it, so it kind of like cuts through as he rolls away from you. Draws out his dagger, and then he closes his eyes, and he appears to vanish.
Mm.
Now, you can still hear him moving. And the blood from the cut in his leg is on the ground, appearing in new places as you hear his steps.
Discern realities, and then probably an attack roll if we succeed at it.
Go for it.
All right. The wisdom is not great, unfortunately. That's a 6. That's a failure. 2 XP for Elder Session.
I'm gonna try and find him too. I'm looking. I got a 6.
Oh, hold on. Before we get to it. So here's the thing: with discern realities, the thing that balances all the moves is the downside to them. So with the roll being failed, yes, experience is marked, but also something is going to happen too.
Yep.
Actually, is it? I don't know if that would have been discern. I think it would have probably been defy danger, like wisdom or int. Because discern realities is like closely studying.
That's a good point. I think that's something that I need to get used to with the system too. Is discern reality is not exactly the same as a perception roll. It's like a very specific thing because you can
It's
only
like
ask from those questions
yeah.
below. So I think that's probably an accurate thing. Is it would be like
Probably
a defy
be-
danger, wisdom to approach somebody, an invisible guy with a knife, and try and guess where he is and attack him. I think that sounds pretty good. Either way, it still comes out as a 6, and he still gets to mark XP, and something will still happen. So I'm gonna look at some options here. Yeah, he's actually just going to, like, Ganryu's gonna approach where he sees the blood hitting the stone, set up for his attack. He is instead going to take an attack. Dagger cuts in. So actually you're fine because, armor. We hear something clang against Ganryu's armor, but he is not actually hurt by it.
Ha!
Is it my turn or is it Trisha's turn?
It's anyone's turn.
Yeah, I'm asking Trisha.
I'm just doing cool
Oh.
Capoeira moves and missing everything.
I want to try and see him.
That's what I'm doing
Can I
this
try
whole
and see
time.
him?
I mean, are you just going to see him more? Imagine where he probably is based on the sounds and
Yeah.
visuals. Yeah. Go for it.
7.
Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Oh man, you're gonna end up hitting me too, aren't you? Ganryu's gonna be doing his sweet Capoeira moves and missing them all, and you're just gonna throw a knife at him.
No, I got a rapier. I'm gonna lunge and like poke you.
Stab that guy. Glancing blow hits me too.
Yeah, something
Maybe.
lame.
See what the GM calls.
Yeah. Let's see, moves. Okay, so
Sorry.
here's the outcome then. It's that you do in fact know where he is, and that it's further away than you would have hoped. He's too far for you to reach from the balcony you are anymore. You need to get down and get on the ground to be involved in this.
Oh,
And he's
right.
also,
I'm still up here.
as far as the layout of like happening out in the street and houses and the 2 dwarves that are there with you, he's gotten kind of outside the perimeter of those dwarves, and you know that he's kind of getting away.
He's getting away! I shout as I jump down. I got a 10 for that.
Okay, so at this point, everyone kind of like turns in the direction of where the dwarves are standing, and you hear hard like footsteps hitting the ground as he breaks into a run. He actually comes into view all of a sudden. See him running. Then, as he's running, it's only for about a moment that you see him. You hear him go, and then he disappears again.
He has little dwarf legs. You can catch him.
All right, what are you doing?
Running after him.
So you're getting down from the balcony.
Yeah, I got a 10 to get down from the balcony.
Oh, were you jumping down? Okay,
yeah,
so you're on the ground and everything's fine. All right, so we're just giving chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're all chasing.
All right. This is actually
I want a flurry with my throwing dagger. Throwing knives, that's what they're called.
okay. Yeah,
I
that
just
might
need
be a
to-
good way to deal with this, opposed to catching up to him. Go for it. That's a volley, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but I need to figure out what I have to roll and all this other stuff.
Shoot at an enemy at range. Roll plus dex.
Plus dex. I can do that. 9.
9. Okay, you have to choose. You get to choose on this. So you either have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger, and that'll be my choice for what that means. Or you have to take what you can get. You land the attack, but you're gonna have minus 1d6 for the damage, or using your ammo by 1. So like you basically will throw your knife, and you're gonna lose a knife. You're gonna be down to 1 ammo because you're at 2 right now.
I will place myself in danger.
Okay. So as this is going on, okay, I think this is about the only way that this one works, but I kind of like how I'm visualizing it. So here's what I'm seeing. This is happening down these city streets. He's running away, and at one point you can tell that he takes a corner. As you guys come around the corner, the first one out there is Alan. To a visible dwarf swinging a shovel into his face.
Holy fuck.
Get donked!
So this thing's just gonna smack him. All right, my shovel damage is not too bad. You're gonna actually take 1 damage.
Wait, mitigated by armor?
Not armor. This is in your face.
Oh,
like a
fair.
cartoon shovel.
the
It makes
roll
the
needs
noise
blood,
and everything,
so
but you're
it's okay.
fine.
Yeah, it's a loud clang. By the time you kind of like reorient yourself, you see him start to fade again, like his heavy breath comes in again, and you are able to line up your shot and still throw a dagger right as he's disappearing, but you know that it hits the mark.
6 damage.
All right, you hear a thud, and you still don't see anything. But there's no more stepping and anything like that.
Let's find him and start.
Well, there should be a puddle of blood on the ground.
Yeah.
There is a puddle of blood forming on the ground.
So smart.
So there's still not like a visible body there. How do you approach it?
Poke at it. My
There's-
sword.
Okay, when you poke with your sword, there's definitely something physically taking up that space, but it's not visible.
Can I like?
I mean, his invisibility
Roll
is
it
based
over?
on if he breathes or not, right?
Seems to be.
So,
Yeah, you can roll over what you can tell is a corpse.
Huh.
I don't know, ask the dwarf magic motherfuckers. What the hell is this?
We
Why is he invisible?
we got him.
That is something, isn't it? I don't know. What is that?
Man, you guys really useful. Alright, well. I'll stab him a few more times, make sure he's actually dead. Find his throat by feeling it, slit it, you know. Make sure he's actually dead.
He's 100% dead.
Okay. And no one is gonna argue that he's alive with us. We killed the guy. We did our job.
So as you're like messing with the body and poking and stabbing and shaking and stuff. You hear a little bit of the sound of steel hitting stone as his dagger appears on the floor next to him, and then his body comes back into view.
I take the dagger. I snatch it really fast.
All right.
Do I turn invisible?
You don't turn invisible.
Hold your
I
breath.
hold my breath. Do I
You
turn
hold your
invisible?
breath. You don't turn invisible.
Oh, I want to try it.
I'm just imagining what this looks like to the people who do it. So it's like, all right, let me hold the dagger and hold my breath. All right, let me hold the
dagger.
You know?
I put the dagger back on the dwarf's body. Does he
Like,
turn invisible?
like onto his
Uh,
body. You just rest it
I
on top
just
of
lay
him.
it on him, yeah. Does he turn invisible?
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Is the dagger sheathed? Or is it
No,
just a
it's-
dagger? Alright.
He's got a sheath for it, but he was holding it.
Okay, well I take
before.
the sheath as well.
'Kay.
Because I want the sheath. Because this is my new dagger.
Okay. So as you look at it and you take this sheath off, the sheath is like this nice leather dagger sheath. It has an engraving on it that doesn't appear to be a language that you know. It looks like it's some other script.
Dwarf, can you read this?
Okay. They look at it and immediately go, oh, halfling. Says the halfling. Mari, you have special bardic lore stuff, right?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's your?
I
what's
have
your,
bardic lore.
How's your lore stuff work? Is there a role? Is it just a thing you know?
Bardic lore. When you first encounter an important creature, location, or item covered by your bardic lore, you can ask the GM one question about it. The GM will answer truthfully. I get a question about this dagger?
This is a significant dagger.
Help me out. I want to be invisible. I'm the thief.
I'll just, I'm not sure what question you would go with for this. I'll think of something else from the others.
How
kinda
did
have
the
some.
great hero get this dagger to work?
Very good. Okay. So the halfling doesn't actually bring to mind anything about a dagger. You are instead familiar with a poem called The Halfling. And it's a really sad poem. It's about this halfling who feels like he's invisible and he never gets noticed by people, and he gets really sad about it. And in the poem, notice him. So he has this really dramatic, depression, and he can't stop crying. So he gouges out his eyes, and that's how he deals with it. And then he still feels terrible, and he just aches all the time because his love never sees him. So he just his lungs. And then with no eyes and no lungs, he was like, there's some profound final verse where he's like truly never seen, just like he felt in the beginning.
So I need to gouge out my eyes and gouge out my lungs, and I can be invisible.
It ends without his vision or his breath. He was truly never seen.
Okay, okay, give it to me. I'm gonna hold my breath and close my eyes.
She disappears.
Ew.
Oh.
And then I'll tell them how it works.
You're a
Mari
wizard,
with the
Mari.
sweet poetry wisdom.
I make them listen to the whole poem. I recite it.
She recites the whole thing.
I recite the whole thing.
Oh man, it's a sad poem.
It's fucking tragic. My mom just sent me a picture of a lady and 2 kids, and I don't know who they are. And she's like, look who I got to hang out with. I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
But she got to hang out with them, so you should be jealous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to Laura and ask her who it is. That's what I always do.
All right. Well, I think that is our time for tonight.
It looks like it.
So, end of session. Hopefully everybody caught all of their misses for recording XP.
Heck yes.
I didn't miss it all tonight.
This is like the one game where you feel sort of bad about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, when you
a
reach the
little
end of the
bit, and that's a
session.
weird mechanic. Like,
Yeah,
God
it's
damn it, why
interesting.
didn't I fuck up more?
But it feels
I
good that when
mean-
you fuck up, it's not just a fuck up at the same time. Like
That's-
D&D, when you miss, it just feels bad. Like period.
Okay, now choose one of your bonds that you feel is resolved, completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise. Oh yeah, we were trying to come up with a new bond for someone too, but we never did that, did we?
Yeah, I don't.
So does anyone think that their bond is resolved or agree with anything like that?
I'm still writing my ballad.
No, mine still makes sense. Ganryu had my back when I needed it to help me with the trap.
Oh, it was you and me needed to think of one for you. Because
Yeah.
I know your secret. I mean, mine is I'm writing a ballad about the adventures of Ellen. So.
Do you think anything new has come to light with this session, or anything that you could think of for like a future one?
I
Maybe
mean-
something involving the slave trading thing, since that was Mari's idea. Somehow
I
does
feel
something about an
we should
underground
definitely
railroad.
incorporate a section into the ballad about the dwarfs not knowing about dogs. Just saying,
mean-
that seems like a great plan.
This,
Okay, we'll come back to bonds if you guys think of anything for that.
What do we get?
But
Like,
then,
Like, I don't know what you're saying.
what's the point of the bonds? I don't
so
understand.
basically the bond is something that it wants you to be role playing with the other characters in your group, and then once you've like satisfied that and you've done a good job of it, then it says like, well, maybe it's time for you to make a new bond. You've kind of resolved that. You've done a good job of role playing it.
But what does it? Do I get EXP when
Yes.
Ganryu has my back?
Or
Well, you do, but then you'd also create a new bond because that's been like explored to the point where like, so it's put as completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise. So no longer relevant would be like maybe it doesn't actually even hold true anymore, or something changed between you. And I would say completely explored is that yes, we've done this again next week. At this point, it's just a thing, and it's not even like a question.
I mean,
Okay,
honestly,
so
I
that's-
saved your ass from that trap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I had your
think
back.
At this point, Ganryu just
Now-
always has my back when I need it.
The other contingent on that is that you have to come up with a new bond, because you both agree that it's pretty fully explored, but you also have to come up with a new bond to take its place. So you can mark XP when you come up with a new one.
Okay, so I have to come up with 2 new ones. Fuck.
So yeah, I would say go ahead and work on thinking up new bonds then for that. Any other bonds that we feel we should discuss?
Nope, Alan still owes me.
Okay, nothing's happened with that yet.
Not gonna happen.
And
It's gonna be a sad man.
mine is the Ganryu is like a big brother to me. I don't know if that's still relevant or still. I don't know. Still looking
Yeah,
out
I
for
think
me.
the main thing we could do with that is basically with these bonds, I think being able to uncover something in the session that leads to a good new bond that makes sense will be, I think, the requirement for marking the XP.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can come back to that. I think that's like out of session work instead of while we're all
Okay,
talking
yeah.
and finishing up. Look at your alignment. If you fulfilled the alignment at least
I did.
once.
I performed my art to aid someone else more than once.
I don't know if mine applied this session. I don't feel like I had a plan. I felt like I did everything on the fly.
You kind of winged
This
it this
session.
time. That's fair.
I mean, honestly, I didn't defeat this worthy opponent. I shoved him out a window, and everyone else stabbed him. So I'm gonna say no on this one.
I really enjoyed that. No, that's all right. That's how it's gonna go sometimes. All right, then as a group, we get to potentially mark XP. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, we learned about
Dwarves.
dwarves. A lot about
Yeah, we learned
dwarves.
about the Dwarven
Underground
Undercity.
Railroad.
Mm-hmm. I think that's definitely. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Not really.
Personally, as the one creating it, this didn't feel like the enemies you faced themselves were that potent. The journey to get to them was more substantial.
Well, are you gonna count that or no? No, right?
Oh, the other one, I would say no, as the other one that's coming up here is, did we loot a memorable treasure?
Yes.
Oh.
7,
That's
6.
that's absolutely a yes. Compared to the monsters and enemies you fought so far, I don't. These guys weren't so bad.
No, we.
Yeah, I didn't feel they were bad. I just
Yeah,
felt the
you had 'em
fucking
on the
trap house, and I was like,
Yeah.
please, there's too many. I was really afraid you're gonna make me do that for every single trap in the room, and I was gonna get really
That-
tilted.
That doesn't sound like fun. We pushed it about as much as I could possibly really reasonably say would be fun. We're getting borderline with it, so I'm like, yeah, we need to stop at a certain point. It also, I think, though, feels bad when there's like that idea of a room full of traps to just have it be one roll and like, oh, I fucked up or I did it. But maybe, I guess I could be open to that too.
No, I liked the way it was handled. I liked having major
Yeah.
sections sort of
Yeah.
count for a roll.
Yeah,
think
it,
that's
it
good.
felt
That's
good
good.
that it didn't just succeed all at once.
Mhm.
But it,
I
it
kind
would
of
also
was
put
thinking
me
about. I was kind of thinking about like the heist and how that worked too, because when we did that, we kind of broke it into multiple parts,
Yeah.
and I thought that felt like it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, yeah, I liked that. That was good. I think that's all the end of session stuff too. So we can maybe I'll just like send out something when we can go again. I don't know that I have a date that I want to plan on right now.
Okay.
But obviously I can text everyone and message you and all that.
Yeah, I know for sure next weekend won't work for me. Scott cools in Twin Cities, and
And then
hang out with him, so-
Thanksgiving, so it might be December.
Well, or we might have to do like a weekday or something if that opens up. We'll just see where it
I mean,
works.
We're not raiding almost ever